Is investing in stocks inside Second Life just gambling with play money, or an investment in the technology of the future? A packed crowd, including the elite of in-world finance, gathered at last Friday's Geek Meet on Dr. Dobbs Island to try to figure it out. In real life, moderator of the panel, Buyers Sellers, is Professor Robert Bloomfield, who studies real-world markets at Cornell University.
It's probably more useful to think of them as toy markets. Games somehow sound unreal. Toys are real. You can make a toy train. It can carry small amounts of goods from one side of your room to the other. But if things go wrong, you don't worry about lots of people dying.
Nick Wilson, editor of Metaverse.com, hosted the meeting. He says he is no expert on markets, but he is sure that the institutions that control the Linden dollars,
they see it as a game. I think they see it as almost being play money.
And among avatar investors,
there's a mix of beliefs. People that are in it seriously and people that see it as gambling.
Wilson says without regulation and therefore accountability, the whole spiel might be in serious trouble.
Real money, a lot of real money in some cases, going through the books, or not through the books at all for some of these companies.
Trader John Sousa is the volunteer chair of the Second Life Exchange Commission, which hopes to introduce real-life standards to in-world markets. For the new investor,
the most important advice is research. Know the people who you are dealing with as best as you can. Look into the company. Do they have a track record? Is this someone who is brand new?
The exchanges raise real money, but are the companies real?
The SLEC is developing currently an entire educational program, not just for the investor, by the way, but also for companies. A lot of these people are quite genius coders and developers, don't really have the business background.
Every financial expert in SL I talked to agreed, let the buyer beware, just like in real life.
Spread a relatively limited amount of Lindens across many different companies to own a small part of many different companies and reducing your risk factor.
And use in-world investment as a learning experience. Start small. Maybe you could win big. Again, buyers, sellers.
Along with the notion that these markets are essentially toy markets, they're also excellent educational devices. If you are trying to understand a little bit more about markets, whether you do or do not have regulations in place, I think that there's a lot that investors can get out of it.
Winning big. I'm digging into my piggy bank as we speak. So, let's find out which of my favorites are listed. Watch out, Rupert Murdoch. Someday I will be the media mogul of Second Life. This is Marmaduke Mertel for Life for You News.
It's the root of all evil, of strife and upheaval, but I'm certain, honey, that life would be sunny with plenty